This is Real Bubbles with Allie Rae and Kellsie.
To the people. Give the people what they want.
Welcome to Real Bubbles.
With Allie Rae and Kellsie.
Cheers.
That's some pretty strong vodka you got over there.
Today I am sporting water.
Again?
Only
You did
because
this already.
I know, but remember we talked about phases. I'm in a phase right now where tomorrow it will be more beneficial for me to drink water right now.
Got it.
Yeah. But
I'm off. Today's
also,
my Friday, so I'm off tomorrow. I'm just ready to go.
But also, I didn't have any wine in the house.
You could
So
come
that
over
also
and
influenced my
take your
decision.
pick. I got 200 plus bottles just waiting for you.
200? What do you mean?
Yeah, I have a lot of wine. I have a little wine shop back there.
Do you sell them?
I can't tell you that. The government's listening. I don't think I can tell you that.
Okay, fair. We'll take a drink for that.
Oh, so my go. Yeah, I have like over 200 bottles, but I need to do some inventory.
Yeah,
because
I would say so.
Like I know in my brain, like I know what I have,
Yeah.
but what I'm doing is I'm going to develop a Google spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That will automatically categorize my wine by region or country. So I want to be able, I don't know how to do this yet. So this is a hypothetical making of a spreadsheet because I have no idea how to do this, but my dream spreadsheet would be to just input all the wines with the name, the grape varietal, the vintage, and the region, and then some food pairing options for every single wine. Yeah. And then when I'm like, oh, I want a Spanish wine, I can just in Google Sheets, I can be like, find Spain, and it'll like pull up all the Spanish wines.
Yeah.
Like I can categorize it by like, oh, I'm having chicken Alfredo tonight, and I type that in and it'll tell me which ones pair well. Because like I know for the most part what I have, but like when I go in and like really look, I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that, or oh, I thought I drank that already.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get a little more organized.
I love how much you love your job.
Oh, that's not even my job. It's just my house.
Well, I mean, like, but it's a part of your job because you're in the winery. Like, you love wines. You have 200 bottles. That's crazy.
Most of them I did not pay for.
But still, like, that's really cool. And I love your idea, and it's definitely going to come to fruition because it's a great idea.
Yeah, by my goal is by the next time we record, I can show you.
Whoa, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I also think one other category, so I want to have the vintage.
Yeah.
But I want to put in there, you can look up, or I can ask the winemakers when the best time to drink that wine is. So a lot of times, like they'll say, oh, red wine you can age for 5 to 8 years, or white wine drink now, whatever that is, I can put in a category. So I can be like, okay, and then I wanted to, this is so much. If anybody is a professional sheeter or an Excel person, please contact me. I will pay you in wine to create the spreadsheet for me, because
we are looking for a professional sheeter.
I have no idea. I have no idea how this is gonna work because I don't know how to do it, but I'll figure it out. But
I'll help you.
I want the like on the spreadsheet, I want the year to be colored green, yellow, or red. Meaning red is like drink now before it goes bad.
Got it.
And then yellow is it's coming up on its like death date. And then green is like good to drink. And then I'll have another color that's like don't drink until it turns green, basically. So green will be like really good to drink now. Red is like drink tomorrow or else it's gonna die.
So it's something that you have to like keep up on.
I wanted to automatically change.
Okay, now it's like over my pay grade. I have no idea. That would be a great app. That would be a great app because I feel like people would want to type in their wines and have like information on hand ready to tell their guests.
There's a bunch of seller tracker apps. But I haven't looked too much into them, and I'm sure you have to pay for them, and I don't want to do that either. So
well, I mean, it would be a business thing, right?
Yeah. But for now, I'm just going to drink it.
Okay.
Cheers, everybody. So last time we talked was right before you started your new job. So
No way.
I'm just going to come out and say, yay. And also, I have like a million questions, but I think my first question is like, how are you feeling mentally, physically, spiritually after it's been a month now, over a little over a month?
We just finished our 7th week.
Dang. So it's been basically 2 months. So how are you feeling physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all the things?
Physically, I feel great. Like I literally have been going to the gym every single day. I got a personal trainer last weekend. And so now I'm tracking everything I eat, and I have like a plan in the gym to kind of get the results that I'm looking for, which are kind of like being just more lean, really, because I have a lot of muscle, but like the fat is weighing me down. You know what I mean? So are the muscles, to be honest. But I just want to be looking good, So I feel good, and I feel like I'm been taking care of my body. So like I think that she's doing great. Emotionally, it's like a roller coaster. I'm just like I went from nothing to like surrounded by the same people every single day for 11 hours a day. And so I'm a social animal, and so like being in those environments, I tend to thrive, but I think I'm having a moment right now where I'm like, okay, you know what it is now. What are you going to do about it? And so I think I've been a little too revved up. Like I went from 0 to 100 really quick. So I think I need to apply the brakes a little bit and just be more focused and more disciplined in my craft so that I can achieve the next level or observe the next level so that I can undo it as well. What was the last one? Spiritually, I'm doing great. Like the crew is really good people, and I think that keeps me grounded a little bit. There's only one person that I'm like just messing around too much with, like just playing around on set, and that's what I'm talking about reeling it in, because I love to play, and so if you engage me like I'm going to do, I'm so bad at it because I just am me all the time. I don't like reel it back. And so like I'm trying to learn as I get older to like be appropriate and like get to the next level, because like you kind of exclude yourself when you're being disruptive and like a distraction, and I don't want to be a distraction, you know what I mean?
Question back to the physically answer. Do you feel like having a routine with the job that you have has kind of jump started that like physical jump? Because like before, I feel like you were like still working out a little bit, but it was kind of just like, oh, whenever I feel like it. Do you feel like going back to work on a like, because you have way less time to do personal things now, but you're actually doing more personal things than you did before. Do you feel like that's because of the schedule, or how do you equate
Absolutely.
that?
I think I am somebody who needs a schedule 100%. Like I have to manage my life and what I do during my time.
Achiever.
And I just find that the easiest way to achieve is to write it down and make a schedule. But the thing is that like being needed, having a purpose to go somewhere really motivates me. And even if it's not something that is exactly what I want to do in this moment, it's still teaching me scheduling and time, and like what times do I like? Do I like the schedule? Like how am I managing my time? Am I working out in the morning, lunch, or evening? Like I think at the end of the day, it's like if I want to, I can,
That's awesome. I'm really excited for you. Like I definitely have seen that shift in you in the last month too. Like you're like excited to be busy, and you're excited to be like doing things and achieving things for yourself. And that's been really cool to see. So
So
cheers.
Thank you. I think this is the end of my troublemaker years.
No, it won't be. There's no way. Well, how's okay, so that was like I guess my question about you.
Yeah.
So this is another two-part question. I have so many questions, but I'm gonna reel it in a little bit.
You got it.
is one is how's the show going like in general?
Mm-hmm.
And two, can you give us like a day in the life of like a regular day on set for you and your like your specific role? So like day in the life of Kellsie on set, but like how is the show going in general?
The show is going really well. It's really cool because like I think I told you before, like it's 15 hours in the ERs the whole season. So every episode is an hour in the ER.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so I'm getting to see everything shoot sequentially. And so I see the story unfolding right in front of me, which is really cool. And I feel invested. Like that's what I'll say. Like I need to know what happens next. I just finished episode 4 on Friday. And yeah, I'm going into episode 5 this week and it's ramping up. Like it's an emergency department, so like there's just trauma after trauma and just like sad parts, happy parts. I wouldn't say happy parts, but maybe just like giggly parts. I was like, wait, I have to reel that one back in a little bit. It's a lot of like, it's intense. I'll say that. It's kind of like The Bear, in that aspect of a working relationship with all the doctors and nurses. And we've gotten really good feedback from the people who are top. And so that's been reassuring moving forward because they've seen the first episode and they think it's really good. So I think it's going to be really good, but I'm very biased because I'm working on it.
Yeah. My favorite thing that you said though that really resonated with me is like, so I'm a TV watcher. Everybody knows this. I get very invested in TV shows. I actually just finished because I somehow forgot that I didn't finish the last episode of Grey's Anatomy. I just finished it. I was bawling my eyes out. But I get really invested, especially in medical drama shows. And what I love that you said is that, so basically it's taken you 7 weeks to produce 4 episodes. And you're like, I have to see what's next. But what's interesting from my perspective is I'm only going to see an hour of each of those episodes. So knowing that you're invested, like seeing it all, like, you know, in action, out of action, like almost like you're seeing almost too much where it could ruin that anticipation, but you still have that. That's really exciting to know because that means that I'm really excited and I'm going to want to know what happens next.
I'll tell you, because it's already out there, like a couple of characters that I really like on the show. One, for their acting, but also B, because of their personalities. Like, I really enjoy Patrick, who's one of the characters. That's his real name, but his name in the show is Dr. Langdon. I really enjoy Noah Wiley. He's our number one. He's Dr. Robbie. Supriya, she plays Samira. Shabana, who plays Havati, and Garen, who plays Whitaker. I kept calling him Whittaker the whole like first like 3 weeks because I was like, why is this not computing in my brain? And I literally would like be like, yeah, Whittaker, and they'd be like, Whitaker, and I'm like, but but yeah, so those 4, like, or I don't even know how many that was, but the whole cast is honestly great. Brandon,
does it,
I can't even name all of them because like it's all of them.
Well, because it's like ER medical drama, is there like multiple? I know that Noah Wiley's like the main character, but is it like Grey's Anatomy where there's a lot of main characters where they're following storylines of all of the different characters? Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Day in the life.
Okay. So day in the life of Kellsie Dominance, going to work. I usually get to work and I ride my bike to work. I have a bike on the lot. Pull up. My bosses are eating lunch. My coworkers are eating or breakfast on the tailgate of the camera truck. And then we take off the lenses off the camera truck and the camera bodies and bring them on stage and start to rebuild them for the day. Which includes putting the handlebars on, the lenses,
you have to build them every day?
Well, they're pretty much built. It's just that we take them apart a little bit for them to be able to fit in the coffins.
Got it.
Which I guess we could leave built, but it's just easier to have something to do in the morning because we have a pre-call, so we get there before the actual call time, like about like 12 minutes or so. But yeah, so we put the cameras together and then I put together my first AC's monitors as well. Like I'll put batteries on them and make sure that they're all ready to go and uncover everything because we usually cover everything. And then we'll bring it onto set, those items, the monitor and the camera, and we'll put it at the side, and then we'll have a safety meeting, and then we will have a private rehearsal, and then at the private rehearsal we kind of all scatter off the stage and let the actors and the director go through their rehearsal together privately before they have a showing rehearsal, which is when we all come in and watch the rehearsal so we know the moves and stuff like that. And then after the showing rehearsal, we set everything up in order to shoot that scene. And then after we shoot that scene, the same thing happens. They have a private rehearsal, a showing rehearsal, and then we shoot it.
Cool.
And so then at the end of the day, we take all of our camera gear back. We take the cameras and the lenses back to the camera truck and lock it up and just get ready for the next day. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many scenes do you feel like on average you do in a day?
I think we do
like that cycle of like private, public, film.
Yeah. I think we do probably about we can do anywhere from like 8 scenes to like 5 scenes a day.
Nice.
And it really just matters. The scene count matters only if you're counting the page count as well, because like a scene can be like 5 pages, you know what I mean? So It's like that'll add time because you have to get through a lot of dialogue, but we don't really have that long of pages. I think like they keep it sweet and short so that you're constantly moving throughout the hospital.
And I feel like if it's going to be an hour every episode, there's a lot that they have to like show if they're doing different storylines and stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited. I'm like, let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, when does it come out? Because
it's going to premiere in February, I think like probably towards the end of February, but they're going to drop 3 episodes at one time and then weekly after that.
That's a tease.
No, that allows us to have time to watch it together.
Oh, true. That's true. I guess we can do that.
I guess we can do that.
We'll have to pick like a Sunday when I'm off and we'll just like sit here and binge the first 3.
Yeah. What's been going on with you? How's wine? Obviously, we're going to make your wine Excel sheeter.
Yeah, wine is good. I think I talked about harvest last time, right?
I think so.
Yeah, about how.
But did we talk about
how shitty it was?
You know what we haven't talked about?
What?
You coming to visit me.
Oh my God. Yeah. Because we talked about it in bed, but we did not actually. Yeah. Okay. Action. So yeah, I came out to San Diego for a week. And within that week, I went to LA. I got to visit Kellsie, and it was so much fun. I'm so glad we got that time because it was really special.
Yeah.
I wanted more, and I really wanted more, but it's fine. You had to like go to work or something. Weird.
You saw me when I had just like first got into the show. Do you see any difference like in me, A, before I started the show, and B, from when you saw me after to now?
Yeah, 100%. Actually, I was thinking about that earlier. I think before the show and like right when you got it, but before it started, I think you had like nervous excitement because I think you were really excited, obviously, but also you haven't had a job like this in so long. Not your fault. That's a lot of other things' fault, like pandemics and stuff. But I could tell that you were like, you're wanting to be like so excited, but you were also a little bit like nervous and reserved because it was going to be such a huge change at first. And then when I saw you, what was that? Like a month ago, actually, it was a month ago, like yesterday that I saw you.
Wow.
Month ago, 2 days ago. Yeah. I felt like you were still but then you were like finally really excited because it was real. I think there was also too, from my perspective, I think when you first started, there was kind of this like, is this really real? or not because you hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
And then when you actually started, you were like all excited. You had your like all your outfits picked out, like, you know, your set stuff. And you were like, yeah, like I'm really tired because it's a lot. But I think you were just starting to get into the rhythm of things.
Mm-hmm.
But like you weren't going to the gym yet. You hadn't made friends yet. It was more just like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I think you were still like a tiny bit reserved. And now you're like, I love this. This is my life. Like, this is so fun. And so I've definitely seen you get, now I feel like you're comfortable and you're yourself.
Yeah. I definitely feel like myself right now.
You were still trying to like figure it out still when I saw you a month ago.
Yeah.
But you were like not even a month in at that point.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see the difference between then and now if you're like comfortable and you're set in your job, where before you were still kind of like trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with all of that for sure.
Yes,
and
I know
I'm definitely comfortable now, and I think that's when Menace Kellsie also comes out. So like
100%, because you were not doing any, and there was no menacing going on a month ago. 3 weeks in, you were like, I'm doing a job and this is very serious, and now you're like, I don't even know if I'm working anymore. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Oh. And I feel like only my deepest friends know this about me, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah, I've been there. I mean, the very first time you ever slept over at my house, you were Menace Kellsie. So like I've known from the very beginning. I'm pretty sure any menacing that's ever happened in my life has involved you. So
I just love how we're using the word menace and like menacing as a verb. Like I'm rebranding right now as we speak.
Yeah, menacing. Verb.
That's a good. To be such a good word.
It is.
I love it. We should actually make some menace shirts.
I'm making some merch for you. I have my Cricut, and I can make some prototypes.
I want a Cricut so bad.
You can buy mine if you want. I don't use it anymore. No,
I'll take it.
I like having it, but it's just in the barn, and I just need to. If I was in my house and I had a place it was set up, I would use it more.
How much do you want?
I don't know. I need to get it appraised.
You can get back to me with some numbers.
Yeah, I'll get back to you with some numbers. Maybe if you like build this spreadsheet for me, I'll train you.
Okay, I can do that, but I don't know if I can do all of the things you asked because I'm still basic. Okay, so yeah, we came in, sorry for the sidebar, but yes. You got here and we had like what, less than what? 12 hours together? Was it 24?
Yeah,
I think you came on Sunday.
I came on Sunday and I left Monday.
Yeah, I guess you did come in the morning.
It was 24 hours from the time I left San Diego until the time I left LA. So it was, like 2.5, 3 hours of driving.
Time was devoted.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, so I got to LA and I was like, let's go. And you were like, let's get ready. Okay. I'm just kidding.
I was so tired.
I know. You were just like, oh, you're here. I guess we can go. And I was like, what are we doing? We got like 20 hours here. Like, let's get a move on.
But we did. We got our move on.
We did. We got our move on. So yeah, you took me to this really cute restaurant with the shark. I don't remember the name of it.
Great White.
Great White. Mm-hmm. I should have known that since I said shark. So yeah, we walked around West Hollywood a little bit while we waited for our table, and then we lost our table because we were late to run to our table
because we were having drinks at Sir.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we had to wait. They said 20 minutes.
Yeah, they did.
And so we were like, we're gonna go down the street to Sir and grab a drink at the bar. Mm-hmm. So we got to the bar, and as soon as we ordered our drink, they said, your table's ready. You have 10 minutes. And we're like, okay. So
if you want to get the party started, just hit a timer.
Yeah. So we chugged our sangria at Sir, which was actually pretty good, by the way.
And we took a ton of cute photos. Like I reposted one the other day.
Yeah. We took a bunch of photos in random mirrors at Sir when we walked around. We're like, and then we ran halfway back. We ran back to Great White. And they were like, oh, we gave away your table. And I looked and it was 9 minutes. They said we had 10.
Allie was so upset.
I was so annoyed. I was like, we made it.
I was like,
we followed the rules. We ran. Running in West Hollywood. I could have gotten run over by a freaking Ferrari, and I was running.
Might have been better for us if that had happened.
Probably. Maybe the Ferrari would have picked us up and taken us somewhere else. I don't know. But I will say my favorite part of this restaurant, the food was great. We had these, oh my God, the fried mushrooms. I dream about them still. They were so good. I think about them all the time, actually. And we had this really good sandwich. But my favorite part in the entire probably the whole day, honestly. What are you writing down?
Allie loves the fried mushroom.
God. Okay.
From Great White.
Are you gonna like publish your real Bubbles notes in like a coffee table book at some point?
That would be actually kind of cute. I just gotta figure out where I gotta keep them all in one book is what I need to do. Because I'm writing on post-its.
But I want your handwritten. So you have to like take a picture of them and then send them to me, and I'll put them in a folder, and then we'll make a book out of it.
Okay.
Anyways, back to Great White. My favorite thing of the whole trip, there was lots of really great things, but my favorite thing was we go to sit down and Kellsie goes, "Can I sit next to you?" And I was like, "Yes, please." And I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, but
I don't think so.
I have this thing about when I'm going to restaurants when it's two people. I love, not everybody, but my very close friends and potential significant others and some family members, not all, some of them smell bad. I really want to sit on the same side of the table as them.
Yes.
It just like makes me feel closer.
I think, yeah, exactly. Like it's easier to talk to, like you can just hang out better.
To judge people walking into
yes.
So yeah, we were sat at this table that was literally facing the front door. So Kellsie was like, "I'm coming over here to judge," and I was like, "Just come sit next to me and cuddle."
Well, I also have a thing of like wanting to see the surroundings. And so I don't like facing things that I can't have like a clear view of. And I also like sitting next to people because I feel closer and it's easier to talk to them. I think that to have more of an intimate conversation, which is what we do all the time. So like, it just made sense to me.
Secretive.
But I asked for permission because what if you weren't in the mood,
Yeah, that's true. And I do like the asking for permission. And it also, because I like asking for permission, it does give me an out for people I don't want to, but it actually makes me feel more special when the people I want to sit next to me ask me. Because I'm like, oh, you're thinking of me.
Yeah. Always.
So yeah, we sat on the same side of the table and ate fried mushrooms. They were so good. The espresso martinis were really good too.
The espresso martini was really good.
Yeah. So shout out Great White.
Yeah.
Except for the whole 10-minute situation.
Yeah, Allie was really peeved about that, you guys. Like, you need to fix that.
I was also starving.
Yeah, we both needed food, that's for sure.
Eat. Yeah. So from there, we went to we got picked up by our chauffeur.
Dr. Phil.
That was really clutch.
And
because I wasn't gonna be able to do that.
And I cannot go to LA without getting sugarfish.
Yeah, so right after lunch we went and got more lunch.
Yeah. I was like,
and we ate it.
I can always eat it. But no, I'm really happy we did that because it was really cute. Because usually when we get it, we just get it sent to us or I pick it up or whatever.
Right.
But we actually went to Sugarfish, got the box, and then we walked across the street to the cutest little courtyard.
Yeah, because we went to the one in Beverly Hills.
Oh, you think you fancy?
Yeah,
huh?
so we sat in the courtyard of the Mayborn, which I have seen on everyone's social media everywhere, but I've never been in person. So it was really cool. Yeah, this girl I follow, Tanya Rad, she got engaged there in the courtyard. So it was just really cool.
That's such a rad last name.
Yeah, it's longer. So her name is like Radis.
I think she should cut it.
Yandovich. I don't know. She's Slovenian.
Okay.
Something. But it's like Radis blah, 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 blah. And so she shortened it to Rad. And so she goes by Tanya Rad.
I like that. Yeah, definitely a good move.
Yeah.
Especially for marketing.
Lots of merch about it. She does. Yeah, she has a hat that she got her dad that says Rad Dad.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. But anyway, so it was really cool to go there and it felt so good outside. All I wanted to do was just be outside in the sunshine and I was so happy.
I felt that this weekend. I went down to San Diego this weekend and I was like, I just want to be outside It was perfect out, dude. Like, it was so nice. The water, the ocean was so clear. It was a beautiful beach day and then a beautiful pool day. And it was just like, viewers have to be watching to get that one.
I'm mad about it. I'm very mad about it.
You know, August through like October are the best beach days.
I know. So after our second lunch, we went back to Kelsey's apartment to podcast, which we ended up pretty much just napping instead.
Yeah, we both just fell asleep. Which means we really needed it.
Yeah, we were like, we have like 2 hours until our next reservation for food. Yeah. Literally, we had 2 hours until our next food extravaganza. And so we were like planning on podcasting for an hour and then getting ready. And then we decided, hello.
Hi.
And then we decided that we were going to podcast in bed, which is a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. Well, it's not a bad idea, but we were really tired. So like setting up a Zoom or a podcast session when you're really tired and trying to also nap at the same time. Like, it's not
and
really...
I was like that day drunk where I wasn't drunk, but I was like just tipsy enough to where I wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
Like
I was right there too.
If I go to bottomless mimosa brunch and I have 2 mimosas, I'm falling asleep. But if I have 3 mimosas, I'm like ready to party. And I pretty much had the equivalent of 2 mimosas.
Yeah.
I had 2 espresso martinis. So I was ready to sleep at that point. So we had a podcast fail. I apologize to everyone who did not get the in the moment. Maybe there's like little snippets we can release on it.
Maybe. It doesn't sound great.
That's actually kind of funny though. I think it's funnier that it doesn't sound great.
Maybe. We'll put a teaser on the end of this.
If you listen all the way through this podcast, you might get some tiny little snippet of me snoring or something.
I hope we both snored. That'd be so funny. I haven't listened to the whole thing. What's funny is
I don't even remember if we actually fell asleep or not. I think
we fell asleep. I'm dead serious. I know I fell asleep.
That's funny.
I think you fell asleep too, because whenever I'm sleeping next to somebody, I always see if they're awake or not. Like, I'm always like I'm never in my own bubble because like we're sharing a bubble. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm just like, am I gonna disturb? Like, can I talk to them yet? Like, you know what I mean? When I wake up, I'm like, boing, I'm awake.
That was me. We'll get to that, but that was me after dinner for you. Mm-hmm. So yeah, then we went to Tom Tom.
Yep.
Which
with some special guests.
So interesting.
For
those of you who don't know, I binge watched Vanderpump Rules this year because I had nothing else to watch. And
I've also been watching the series.
The new season. Did you finish it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're like Vanderpump fans, I guess. And so I made a reservation to go to Tom Tom because I always wanted to go just to see it in person. Like, I could care less about the drinks and food. I was just like, I just need to see it in person. And I watched it. Like, Tom Tom has been in my bedroom and my living room for 3 months. I need to like see it. We go and we walk in and we get seated at our table. And I wasn't expecting to see anybody from the show. Zero. I was like, they're not filming right now. There's no way they're going to be there on a Sunday at 5 p.m. Like, no way. Well, they were there. So I look over at the bar and I was like, Kelsey. And I think it's because my expectations were so low that actually seeing them, I was just like, oh my God, they're like actually real people.
Yeah.
So Tom Schwartz was behind the bar and he's my favorite. And so that was really cool. And then all of a sudden I hear a voice and I was like, oh God. It was Jax Taylor, the worst.
So Allie and I saw them and she's hitting me and we're like in a frenzy. We're like, we need to go to the bathroom right now.
So we can walk past the bar.
So we walked past the bar and that's when we saw that Jax was also there because he was at the end of the bar with a megaphone, like Allie had
the most Jax Taylor thing I've ever seen in my life.
You also like caught a conversation that like he was having with one of the girls, him being so like disassociated with her, and she was like trying to get his attention. Yeah. And me and you were in the bathroom just like, what the fuck is going on out here? What do we do so now?
Weird. It was wild because there was like people actually trying to like enjoy a meal, and then there was like all these random people at the bar like going crazy, and then there was like Tom and Jax's friends, and I don't even know what they were doing. And it was so weird. So then I look on their Instagram, because I was like, why are they even here? And they were doing a bar crawl to all the Vanderpump bars, including Jax's, of course, because he just opened a bar. So we figured that out. So like after 20 minutes, they left on the party bus and left.
Yeah.
But we were sitting at the table. Actually, I want to know your point of view on this story, because we didn't really talk about it.
Because like
I feel me going to get tequila shots.
Yeah. Okay. Allie did what Allie does. Allie was like, I need a picture of this guy and I'm going to take a shot with him, and went up to the bar and took a shot with Tom Schwartz and took a picture. And but it was so funny because it was like almost immediately after we sat down, you were like, I'm going to go do this. And I was like, go do it. And you got up and went over there and did it.
I shot my shot literally.
Yeah. But then Allie came back and told her side of the story when she walked up to the bar.
Yeah, so I walked up to the bar and I was just kind of trying to feel it out, because I could tell there were some like kind of creepy super fans that were like leaning over the bar like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then there were some people that like I could tell knew them. Yeah. And I was kind of just like in the middle like, hey, hi. Because I'm not really that crazy of a super fan. Like honestly, if he didn't pay any attention to me, I would have been like, oh, it's that face, and walked away. It would have been fine. But I was like, I think it would be fun, even if I didn't get a picture. I think it was more the experience of being like, hey, want to take a shot, and just taking a shot with him was just cool. So I was talking to the bartender first, because my goal was I was going to order tequila shots for everybody. So me and Phil and Kellsie.
Yeah.
And then I was going to ask if Tom wanted one as well, which is what happened. So the bartender, I was like, can I get tequila shots? Chilled. And he was like, yeah. And then I said, can I also get one? I said, can I also get one for Tom if he wants one? And he was like, you can just ask him yourself. And I was like, okay. And I was like, hey, Schwartz. And he was like, I don't know, doing something with a Coors Light. He was like passing out Coors Lights to random people. And he was like, what's up? And I was like, want to take a shot? And he goes, of what? And I go, tequila. And he's like, I don't know what that is. And I literally was like, bullshit. And he goes, okay, I'll take one. And so, yeah, so he took a shot with me, and then I brought the other 2 shots back for Kellsie.
And then we took a shot of tequila.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun.
I think that's great because like you're also a menace in a way. You're a little menace. I'm a big menace and you're a little menace.
I'm your little baby menace.
Because Allie will just straight up go and do stuff like that, which I think is great. Yeah. I would do it too. I think I was way too tired and I was like, Allie's got this. Like, let her have this.
I feel like I just don't like, I feel like if I set my expectations, I think sometimes I won't be a menace, or I like get really disappointed with situations because I set specific expectations that don't come to fruition. And I've been learning a lot about this about myself, especially in the last couple of years, where like I'm a big planner. So I'm like, I'm going to plan all these things. Yeah. And then when those things don't happen, I like completely, I'm just not okay. I'm like completely lost it. I'm sad. I'm disappointed. Like I'm angry that like I couldn't give the experience that I wanted to the people that were with me. It's not even I mean, it's a little bit about me, but it's not all about me because it's typically with other people. Yeah. And so I'm like, I want to give this experience to people, and then the experience doesn't happen, and then I get upset. So I've learned that in certain situations where there's no reason for me to get disappointed over taking a shot with Tom Schwartz. Like that's just dumb. That I was like, you know what? I'm going to walk over to the bar and order tequila shots, see what happens. And if he takes one, cool. And if not, I'll be like, peace. Yeah. I still get a tequila shot. That's fine. But I think I've learned that just in life in general, like even with work, family, friends, like every situation, I've been thinking about a lot more about my expectations, like, and also being flexible and flexible to the idea of things not being exactly how I picture them.
Yeah, I think that's really great.
Example.
Yeah.
And then if it goes well and I get to take a shot with Tom Schwartz, then
even better.
I'm like, whoa, it's the best thing ever.
Woo. Don't tease us with a good time.
Yeah.
Because we will take it.
I will say, I think now that I said that out loud, I didn't think about this before. I do feel like I got some of that from you, Kellsie, and I want to say thank you because I feel like you're very like vibey and you're very like, I want everything to be good, but just like kind of more, you're a little more go with the flow in social situations than I am. And I'm just more like,
yeah.
And I've learned to kind of just like relax a little bit more. And I think a lot of that has to do with you. So thanks.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm glad. Yeah, I think everything should be a
What
vibe.
would Kellsie do?
But I think you're right. Like you have to set expectations low so that you don't get upset or angry or frustrated because there's no point in feeling those emotions because the world is just going to move on. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to keep up with that and you have to let go of some things. And so I actually kind of talked about that with my mom today. I was like, I think that some of her relationships have lasted where the other person hasn't lasted with other people, mainly because my mom is able to let go of the petty stuff and move past that and accept you as you are. And I don't think that a lot of friends give that pass to each other and they end up causing friction instead of like talking it out. So I think that is probably passed down from my mom. So you're welcome.
That's really great.
And
Thanks,
thank you.
Karen. Cheers to Karen.
Cheers.
Yeah. And I think the way you said like setting expectations low, I actually was thinking about this a couple weeks ago. For me, it's not setting low or high expectations. I think it's more knowing what the outcome, like not even worst case scenario. It's like, I'm trying to explain this. Like, I don't like really using the word like high expectation, low expectation. I like using like, this is what it is.
It is
like,
what it is.
The reality is we're going to Tom Tom. Like when we went to Tom Tom, this is such a dumb example, but it's very clear that this is what was happening. I even told you, I said, I just want to go and see it.
Yeah.
If there's people there, cool. If not, cool. And then that's what happened. And so for me, it's like, okay, this is what the situation is rather than being like, this is everything it could be and wanting it to be all that and then being disappointed if it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. And relaxing just gives you the opportunity to be more open to the experience that you're actually having in the moment. And I think that is even more exciting because you have no idea what's going to happen. And I think that's exciting.
Yeah, that's also fun. Because if I would have been like, oh my God, I hope they're there and they're probably going to be there. Honestly, I could have looked at their Instagram and known they would have been there.
I know.
I don't know why I didn't even do that, but I did.
Because you were open in the experience. You were like, I don't want to, you didn't want to set any characters that you wanted to have there, like going to Disneyland, like, you know, you're going to see Goofy there or whatever, you know? So like.
Pluto. Come on, Kellsie. You know me better than that.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
She's like, drink for that, even though it's just water. But yeah. Anyway.
Expectations. Let us know how you feel about them.
Yeah. Drop, like, subscribe, comment. And so after Tom Tom, we went to the place next door called, what is it called?
I don't remember. I might or might not remember the names of places because
I'm gonna feel so dumb when I see it.
Espresso martini.
Dude, I wasn't driving either.
There was fire.
Where was the fire? Oh, yes, at the next restaurant. But the place we went to before that.
The dessert place.
Yeah.
We got macarons.
I'm gonna be so annoyed when I see this. Come on, show me.
Macarons.
We did. Bottega Louis. Damn it. We got macaroons there.
Remember that.
I really wanted macaroons. And then we walked down to the restaurant and bar called, what was that called?
Fire logo. That's it.
Fire logo. Soulmate. It was called Soulmate.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why did you know that? That's cute.
Yeah. And they had fire and a bar that was still open. So Allie and Phil had just you had a drink, or did I have a drink?
Nope. Phil and I took a tequila
shot. Okay. And then we got an Uber and went home.
And we got a drink.
What?
Yeah, we had a tequila shot and a drink.
When we got home or at the bar?
No, at the bar.
I didn't.
No, you didn't, but Phil and I did.
Oh.
No.
I was like, I don't know if I remember this. I was so tired. I was struggling at the end there.
Like,
I was like
I
a zombie.
do it.
I have to go.
Well, Phil and I had to convince you to go to the next place. And
I know.
I was like, there's fire. We have to go. There's fire.
We took a bunch of videos of the fire. Maybe we should post the fire.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the video too.
Yeah, that was really fun. And then we got back. Our whole plan was we were going to get back and we were going to watch the Love Island finale together because all we've been talking about on this podcast is Love Island.
Which was a well-known lie at this point because there was no way I was staying awake.
Yeah, I was still very optimistic about you staying awake because I was a little delusional at this point, being like, you know what? I'm here. I'm never here. Kelsey's going to stay awake for me, obviously. So we started watching the finale in bed with the lights off.
No podcast stuff set up. I have to write that down in the sleep position.
And we turned on the finale. And I was trying to talk about it while it was happening to keep you awake. Actually, to keep both of us awake because I was pretty tired too. And literally we made it like a good of the way through, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, you know why? You know why we did? Because we watched the first half earlier in the day.
Yeah, we watched the first half earlier. That's right.
So never mind. We didn't really make it that much through.
I was like, I don't think I made it like 20 minutes.
Yeah, so they were actually like starting to do their like stand up and give their vows, but they're like promises to each other.
Yeah.
And that you fell asleep halfway through that. And I didn't even realize at first because I looked over and I was like, oh, you're still awake. And like 2 seconds later, I looked over and you were out. And it was literally, and then I was like, then I had nothing to keep me awake. And so I think I fell asleep. I fell asleep right after Leah and Miguel were doing their thing. So I missed whatever it was after that.
Yeah.
But I remember waking up right as they announced, right when they were celebrating. And I was like, well, it's ruined. So spoiler alert, if you have been living in a hole underground for the last month, Cordell and Serena won Love Island.
I do have to put a disclaimer because my good friends actually are watching it currently and they are on episode 9.
That's their own fault. I'm sorry. That is their own fault.
You have to watch this in real time.
Yeah, honestly though, but if you literally haven't been on Instagram for the last month and a half, like good for you.
Yeah.
But it's everywhere.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And that was our time with Allie. And then I left her the next morning very early and she made my bed and wrote me a little note that I saved. And it was really cute. And I really loved it.
Yeah.
Even though I was tired the whole time.
I cried like all the way home.
Oh my God. Well, no, you cried to your grandparents. And then you cried all the way home?
Wait, I cried to my grandparents?
Well, no, like on the way to your grandparents.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because I went from LA to Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I cried. Leaving LA, I was crying.
Why were you crying?
Because I just missed you so much and I didn't want to leave.
You didn't have to go. You could have stayed.
I know.
You can live with me whenever.
Okay.
Just schedule more time for me. Perfect. Loki needs to be here, but somebody has to be here. There you
go. How about I'll pay rent by taking care of your dog?
Perfect.
So like I'll just live there and just take care of the dogs. I'll be your live-in pet sitter and I'll be your chef too.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just won't pay rent, but you can pay me by that.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to share the same bed though, because I'm not putting 2 beds in here.
That's fine. Wait, we can have bunk beds. That'd be so fun.
Actually, bunk beds might be fine. What would you want? The top or the bottom?
It depends on if Sammy would go to the top. I don't really know what hers. I mean, I think we would have to build stairs. Like we'd have to put it in the corner, like where you are right now, where your desk is. We'd have to like put the bed in the corner and then, or on the wall where the window is, and then build stairs on the corner wall like this.
Yeah.
So there'd be stairs here and the bed here, or vice versa.
Look, I think we can make it work.
A ladder.
Yeah.
We'd make it work.
Yeah. I mean, I think Loki would be fine with the bottom bed.
Sorry, Ryan, you're out. Loki's in, you're out.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I wonder how many years I have left at this place. You know what I mean? Like
5 million.
I don't know. The turnaround of people moving in and moving out is pretty high. And I feel like a lot of families have moved in. So there's a lot more kids in my side of the building, which is great. Like if you want to have kids, but I thought I was on the quiet block and now I have kids crying out the window and I'm like, I don't know about this. Where's the retirement home where there are no babies?
It's actually really cool that how long you've been there because like you've been there since you moved to LA, basically.
Yeah.
And it's cool that you've been able to like have that because I feel like in big cities in general, but in LA too, there's a lot, like you said, there's a lot of turnover. Like there's a lot of turnover in jobs. There's a lot of people moving in and out. And it's cool that you've had the same, like that's like your home base and had the same place and like a constant during all that time.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoy that too. Guess what time it is? Spotify Daylist time.
Let me see what mine is right now. Okay. I probably can guess. Something about country love songs.
Okay. Mine says chill, lounge, groovy Sunday afternoon.
Groovy. Mine says punchy, outlaw country Sunday evening. Punchy.
Yeah. You got your cowgirl boots on and they got the spurs. Yeah.
It's pretty much just Texas country songs, which I love. So maybe that's, I guess, what I listen to on Sunday nights.
I sent you one on Tuesday at 9:30. Overthinking core Tuesday night.
Core. What does core mean?
I don't know, like hardcore, but core. I don't know, maybe medium core. I don't know.
Medium core.
I had Backroads Horse Thursday night.
That was good. I had Tailgate Beach music night.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Oh, it wasn't good? It wasn't a good
No, it's just like a boring name. Oh, this one's funny. Coming of Age Dirty Pop Tuesday late night. And it was like all like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 98. It's pretty fun.
That is fun.
Yeah.
This one, I don't even know what this means, but melodic house creamy evening.
I don't like that one.
I don't like that one. But it's like groovy and chill house. It was good songs, to be honest.
I think this one is because I was listening to Taylor Swift, but trendy pink Pilates Princess Monday early morning.
I had a dark tension Wednesday early morning.
I saw that one. That was dark.
And then after that, I had slow dance campfire Friday early morning. Like what?
Wow. Oh, I like this one you sent me. Crate digging progressive Sunday morning.
I like the crate digging.
That's funny.
Okay,
I think that's it.
Well, I think there's some in the Real Bubs chat too that I'm gonna go as far back as July 8th. I put Australian electropop electric evening.
Oh my God.
And you had coastal grandmother yacht rock morning, and I have never wanted to be you so bad. That would be so fun.
That was really funny. Oh yeah, Phil had one. A really good one.
Yeah. Are you gonna say it?
What is it? No, I don't. I didn't bring it up. You're the one in the group chat.
I haven't gotten to it. You had pumpkin spice sweater weather Saturday morning. You can tell you're ready for it to cool down.
It was really hot.
I had Tech House 128 BPM Saturday early morning. And you know what I've realized? I get 128 BPM or like higher a lot. And I think it's the like cadence that my mind goes to. Like I need like a boom, 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 like a really fast like
structure.
Yeah. Structure.
The grandmother one was Phil.
No, it wasn't.
Me. Yes, it was.
It was. I've never wanted to be Phil more than
Dr. Phil.
And then I also had Dark Country Murder Folk Thursday night. Murdering people on Thursdays, that's rough. You can't even let them have the weekend. Do it on a Monday.
Even though they don't know they're getting murdered, just let them have a weekend.
The last hurrah. Hopefully they spend
Let
it
them
well.
live their last hurrah. But don't tell them that it's their last hurrah.
I got rom-com coastal cowgirl Sunday evening. So I got some cowgirl in here. And then you got hopeful, desperate early morning. Hopefully desperate. That's interesting.
Yep. I was definitely hopeful and desperate that morning.
And then Phil also got another coastal grandmother 50s morning. I think Phil might be a grandmother.
Phil might be a grandma. Dr. Phil. Breaking news. Dr. Phil is a grandma.
Is that the truth or a lie?
Oh, that was good. Thanks for catching up with me. And I'm glad we got to do another podcast. And
thanks everyone for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for
if you
getting this far, actually.
Yeah. If you made it this far, it's just big round.
Oh, we should desynchronize something because we'd be great.
I don't know what I'm doing. Should we go to the Olympics?
we can do the duo breakdancing.
Oh my God. Yes. Synchronized breaking. That is the new sport.
And that's been Real Bubbles with Allie Rae and Kellsie.
And Kellsie. See you next time.
Oh my God, we both did that at the same time.
This is Real Bubbles with Allie Rae and Kellsie.